Hey, what's up, you guys? I'm teaming up with Nike to answer all your questions about skateboarding. Let's go. All right, so after a skate session, it is always super important to go fuel yourself. Like I've been saying, we are gonna go get an acai bowl, eat something healthy, eat something light, but something that is super filling. So we're gonna go get that right now. So we are pretty close by the beach right now. It is a little chilly. Like I said, I really like wearing oversized stuff. So I threw on my favorite Nike SB hoodie. There's a lot of room for movement, which I like. I'm wearing these Nike cargos and then also these shoes that match the Nike hoodie. Some of my favorite Nike products that I'm wearing today. Okay, so one of my favorite things about after skating is getting something refreshing. I have some fresh fruits on the top, which is probably one of my favorite things. I also added protein in this, so I get everything that I need to fuel my body. I love fruits and I love vegetables, so fuel your body after you skate, and also remember to hydrate. It's gonna make you feel so much better, I promise. I'm sitting down with you guys, opening a conversation about skating. I get asked a lot about how it is to be a girl in the skateboarding world, and I'm gonna sit down with you guys and answer all your questions right now. So how I got into skateboarding. I have always been someone that has done a sport that is not super common. I played flag football growing up. I was raised with two brothers, an older and a younger, so I always liked doing a lot of sports that not a lot of females did. I was super bullied in high school and in middle school, and honestly, I took that as a way to release all of my stress and use skateboarding as an outlet. So I started skating because of a kid that was making fun of me. I wanted to do better than him at skating, so I picked up a skateboard and I went to the skate park and I literally sat there. I had no idea what I was doing, and I just watched everyone around me skate, and even watching them I was smiling. I fell in love with the sport so quickly. Yeah, and I think skateboarding has been one of those things where no matter what I'm going through, if I skate, no matter how stressed I am, no matter what I'm going through, it has always been my outlet. I was super intimidated at first because I didn't know what I was doing. I felt too old to be learning how to skate. I would look around and people were skating for years and years, and I started at 19. So I was very intimidated to show up to a skate park not knowing what I was doing. But as soon as I found out how amazing and accepting the skateboarding community was, I just fell in love with it, and I fell in love with the community, and I felt very accepted. And I think another very, very important thing is it doesn't matter what your age is. I think you can start skating at any time. It doesn't matter how old you are, how young you are. Remember that, and not compare yourself or your progression to anybody around you. Everyone started somewhere. We're all learning things. We are all growing with skateboarding. So I think being able to just pick up a board no matter what level you are is the most important part. The way I like to make friends at a skate park is going up to someone, and if you see them trying a certain trick, you can ask to do it with them. I think it's super cool to be with somebody that's trying to learn something because you can learn so much from that trick as well. So I just think genuinely going up to them, saying hi, how are you, asking what they're working on, and then trying to do it with them. You create a friend, and you also create an environment that is pushing each other to be better. Some tools I would recommend taking with you when you're going to skate and you're intimidated is remember that everyone starts from somewhere. We all learned how to ollie, we all learned how to drop in for the first time. We were all at the same level once, so don't feel intimidated like you're not good enough. Never, ever, ever compare yourself to others around you. It's so easy to go into the skate park and get discouraged by seeing others around you doing better, but it's super important to remember that they were at that level too. Everyone starts from somewhere, so I think it is very important to remember that we're all at the same place at one point in time. What motivated me to continue skating was feeling this sense of accomplishment after landing a certain trick. With skating, there's certain levels that you can achieve. So when I learned how to ollie, I wanted to learn what was next. So I viewed it as a ladder of like accomplishment, and what really kept me going was the happiness that it brought me. Like I said, skating was the one thing that just released all my stress, and it made me the happiest person. So I wanted to continue skating to achieve different things, but also to just keep myself happy. Okay, I will say street skating is super fun. It also can be dangerous, so what I would recommend is bringing someone with you so they can watch for cars. I would say that the difference between skating in a skate park versus the streets is the skate park is one area that's closed and has bowls and has very set up areas to skate, but skating on the street can be cool because you're using your creative outlet to think of ways and tricks that you can do skating around and in the area. Advice I would give to any girl skating is to have confidence with yourself, not be afraid of what other people are going to think. I was so afraid to go into a skate park because I thought people were going to make fun of me because I didn't know what I was doing. The more that I went to the skate park, the more that I asked for help, the more that I looked around and watched people skate, the more confidence it built within myself. So I feel like when you are going to a skate park, don't feel intimidated by the people there. Like I said earlier, we all start from somewhere, so it's super important to just be your authentic self, be your happy self, be excited about skateboarding and be excited about learning. Remember that when you fall, it's okay to get back up. Falling is a part of skateboarding. It helps you grow, it helps you progress. I think that I, as a young person, would probably feel scared to fall and get hurt, but just remember that it's part of the progress with skateboarding. Wear helmets, wear protection on your elbows and your knees, and just know that everyone there, like I said, started from somewhere. Being your authentic self is important, and expressing yourself in your style, in the way that you skate, and the people that you have around you is important. So 3 items I cannot live without is a water bottle. I feel like every time I go to the skate park, I am so dehydrated from a long skate session. So I think feeling yourself and rehydrating yourself is something that I will never take for granted. Another skate thing that I can't live without is a helmet. I said this before and I'm gonna say it again, protecting your head is super important, especially when you skate, because you are falling a lot and it is very important to protect your brain, protect your neck. Just the more safety you have, the better. Ooh. The last thing I can't live without. This is pretty obvious, but a skateboard. I think you can't really do much without skating without a skateboard, so I would say this thing right here is pretty important. Can't really skate without it, so definitely those are my 3 favorite items. What makes good equipment? So it really depends on the person. It depends on what you like to skate. For me, I like to skate a popsicle board or a twin tail board. It's pretty simple, the shape of the board, but I know a lot of people like to skate really big shapes, really wide boards. It really just depends on what you like to skate, but for me, just a popsicle, an 825. I also ride these trucks and they're not hollow. I don't skate hollow trucks because I do a lot of bowl skating and I just eat through the metal. I'm skating 149s, and for my wheels, Street Formula, I think it works best in the park, and also it works really good on the street too. So this equipment is amazing to me, but like I said, it's subjective to everyone. Everyone has their different style of skating. Everyone likes their different equipment. A lot of people like softer wheels, a lot of people like looser trucks, a lot of people like bigger boards, but for me, this is what works. Thank you all so much for joining me. I hope I was able to answer any skate related questions you have, and I hope it encouraged you to get out there and go and skate. Thank you, Nike, for teaming up with me on this video. Go hug someone you love today.